I'd like to turn it over to Laura Reckford from the Falmouth Art Center.
Thank you so much, Marilyn and Lee and the entire Arts Falmouth board for holding this event. This is really very interesting, and certainly my hat's off to all my friends in the nonprofits in Falmouth and in the area on all the very innovative programming they've done this year. And it's really been phenomenal, you know, for clock and museums on the green that had things going, you know, practically daily all summer, and so many interesting things going on here in the virtual world. And even though we might want to move on from virtual, I think we've all learned that there is a place for this, and it does open us up to more viewers across the country and so forth. So there are some bright parts to that. Again, I'm Laura Reckford, Executive Director of the Falmouth Art Center. We're located at 137 Gifford Street, a couple blocks up from Main Street in the center of Falmouth. We were founded back in 1965 as the Falmouth Artists Guild, and we're still going strong 55 plus years later. We have more than 700 members. We're open every day and free to visit. We've got 3 galleries of art that change monthly, year-round, for 36 shows a year, and a wide range of classes and workshops in art, clay, weaving, photography, printmaking, and on and on. We have art talks, art trips, art groups. We, like everyone else, we had to close for a few months because of the pandemic. We opened back up in late June. We had 8 weeks of kids camps in a tent in the backyard. And I think the kids enjoyed it. The parents really enjoyed it. The parents were very happy to have some programming for their children. I remember one mother coming to me and saying, my daughter hasn't left the house since March. Thank you so much for doing this. So it's all gone very well, knock on wood. Again, we now have our holiday market. It always goes for 5 weeks, from just before the week before Thanksgiving up to Christmas Eve. We are having it this year. It's been our most successful one ever. People seem to really be embracing shopping local, which is great. We have more than 80 local artists and crafters work here on display, and we're never crowded. In fact, many customers have the place all to themselves, which they love, but the business has been just very steady. And I would say people are buying more and appreciating that they're supporting local artists. Of course, we've switched to Zoom art classes. We did that in the spring, and then we continued those, of course, throughout the summer. And then we also had art classes outside in our tent. We ended up with 2 tents in the yard. So we had our kids' camps in a tent, and we had our adult classes in a tent. We've continued some in-person classes with in the building, and then of course continued our Zoom classes, which have been very popular. And in fact, I think some students and teachers are going to be hesitant to ever stop those because they're really enjoying those for a number of reasons. Our next session starts the first week in January of art classes, clay classes in person, most art classes on Zoom, but a couple of them also in person. We're having monthly virtual art receptions the second Monday of every month. All are invited to those. Our theme for those is tours of local artists' studios. So people seem to enjoy getting a look into people's homes and their art studios. Our next show in January, that's open to all artists and all mediums to submit, and it's not juried, so everything submitted, if it meets the criteria, goes on the wall or on a pedestal, and it's called Let There Be Light. And so we hope people will participate in that. Our website is falmouthart.org, where you'll find all of this info. And that's all I have. I just wanted to keep it very short and to the point. So again, thank you for having us all, and really enjoyed hearing everyone's updates.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you. Thank you for being brief, and thank you for sharing all.